Dun,
Welcome back.
I'm back here with
Trying to find the Psycho Mantis, trying to find Liquid Snake.
yeah,
He's like the guy who keeps running up the elevators when you're coming close.
something like that.
Doesn't want you to bust in a move.
We're gonna use the level 1 key card.
No, I don't think that's now. You pointed out something last episode. I don't remember what, but that doesn't work on those.
Oh, there's a ration.
Where?
How do I drop again?
Hold it.
Oops. Dude.
No.
There we go.
What was that?
I was like too close to the...
Okay.
Aha! Is this a ladder?
Yeah. Remember I pointed out how it like goes specifically into a vent. That's how you listened into the people in the cells. Which he just had a heart attack and died, and then the girl ran away. Who was the girl? You knew.
Meryl.
Meryl Streep. Okay. That's where you came
When
from.
equipped, it just opens the door. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, but this is the naked
there's
dude.
the naked dude. Yep. Okay. Back on track here.
And then you shot everybody.
Yep. Shot everybody up.
No, yeah, it'll just beep at you if you can't go in.
I guess I can't go in there.
There's a red dot.
That's the guy.
Oh, that's
That's the naked
Do you
guy.
talk to him? Do you ask him
Go
how
on.
he is? Do you go back into the vent?
I don't know.
You already went through all this when you were waiting.
Poops.
What was I gonna say? Go up the ladder and see if you can go up the
Okay.
vent again to get through the other door.
What's over? Oh, what's over here? Ooh.
Nice.
SOCOM bullets times 12.
We didn't know what the SOCOM was.
Oh yeah, I know what it was.
Oh, I think I asked you.
Oh.
Like, I don't know.
Oh.
Go through the door. Go through up the vent. Oh, there you go.
I don't have enough room.
Yes, so go up the vent.
I don't know if I can.
No. Go back to where I told you that there is
The
a ladder.
ladder?
Yeah.
Over this way?
Yeah. As if you're like going through it again. Or maybe no. Why would you? Because it only brings you to those cells.
Huh? What?
So does that mean you can't use it?
I don't know. How do I climb this?
Someone.
Help! Oops.
I think that was you climbing it.
It was just like a cutscene.
You gotta shoot up there.
I don't know.
Oh god.
It's not letting
We're
me
off to
go.
Good starts.
It's not letting me. All I did was walk up to it, press circle. And
Yeah,
then
I'm pretty sure that's it. And I'm pretty sure you can't go up and down or something.
maybe I should. Do you know the frequency?
For the dude? No. For the old man Winters?
Yeah.
Colonel Sanders?
Yeah.
For General
General
Smoke
Gao.
General Tao? General Gao?
General Gao's chicken.
Is it Gao or Tao? I thought it was Tao.
It depends.
There's several dynasties that made chicken.
Duh.
Why can't you go through this door right here?
It's not
What's holding you back?
everything. No, I don't know. That's not available.
Guys, you have a different key card.
Maybe I just have to find a different key card. Maybe if I go up to naked guy.
Say, hey, can I have your key card, naked man? But that's where you got the key card in the first place, I'm pretty sure. Meryl
Yeah.
Streep gave it to you. Yeah, I don't think he's a
Alright, maybe we can
valued member of society at this point.
look something up or something.
I guess that's my cue.
Yeah, exactly.
Go to game chat.
Got some bullets. It's gotta be something easy.
I hope
though.
we get some color in the lens kind of walk through where there's a lot of
yeah.
pictures.
A lot of colors.
We're gonna use is this El Greco one?
Oh yeah.
Is he a well-known?
Oh, he's a good
well-known figure?
source.
Oh, are you being sarcastic
Yeah.
with me?
Yeah.
Mr. Man.
I have no idea who that is. Can I just...
Jesus Christ.
What?
He needs to go outside.
Dude, this game is
He goes over like
everything.
slow down, throwing, Rappelling.
Rappelling?
Yeah, he didn't put a G. Rappel down a wall.
Repel.
Oh. And no wonder there's 2 L's. Jesus. All I want...
Dude, I have no idea.
I'm trying. I'm trying. This guy just needs to, like, go on and on about...
This looks like it's climbable. Dude, I swear to God, we gotta cut this or something.
Well, I don't know if I really want to be too communicative in this stream. I was just going to kind of set it up and do my own thing, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. So I guess I'll just work, and if there's any comments in the chat, which I do want to check to see what that looks like nowadays. Yeah, that looks fine, right? And for some reason it comes in like multiple times, but it should disappear. Yeah, that's fine. I think it comes in once more. So yeah, I wasn't planning on really talking. But if anyone is in the chat who would like to talk to me, I'm all ears. So this is a whole lot of everything. It's a whole lot of learning Ajax and jQuery, which I'm handling because they said that if you want it to be asynchronous, you would want Ajax, which obviously makes sense. Asynchronous Java. And XML, I think is what it stands for. Sorry, I just had a brain fart. So I am green when it comes to scripting, so I am just gonna go ahead and try, I guess. I mean, I wrote all of this. It's just that where to go from here is the real question. So right now, I have, I guess I'll just talk it out as if I'm talking to myself. I have a whiteboard that I'd like to use, not that you'd be able to see it or anything, but, so I have my main stimulated function that starts, makes these global variables, some of them arrays, cool, whatever, and then I functioned off the whole thing, just for the sake if I wanted to call it again, I guess, because I do call it at the end, obviously, to initialize it, but so I'm using an Ajax call with this let me see. Yeah, because I don't want you guys to see the key, but it doesn't much matter if you do, because I could always just crop it out. But what was I gonna say? I want to, oh, okay, so I have this function that grabs a random video, and what it does is it uses this jQuery each function to parse through all the items in a JSON get from the following and let's see. I am sorry, I just want to check the mic levels, yeah. And so once it creates that array of video IDs, it then passes back The ID creates a, well, I also have a function that wants the duration. I did that hoping that I could try and figure out how, I want to be able to grab, I don't know how to make it so I can figure the time of the video at any point. But ultimately I want to say if the video finishes to remove said video. So ultimately what it's doing is it's just playing one of our videos up in the browser. Or is it? I think I removed it for testing. No, it should have been. Did I not save it? No, I didn't save it. So ultimately it just grabs, I gotta mute that. It just grabs said video from it randomly generates it based off of, or is it? It's not now. Why is it not? Random video to string. Maybe is that coincidence that it just didn't? Yeah, just coincidence. I only have it spanning out like 10 videos, I believe. So it was just random. You know, 2 out of 10. Anyway, so it's randomly generating based off of a series of IDs. And then I'm also getting the duration from this function. And then also parsing it into the total time in milliseconds. So now I want to what do I want to do? I do want to get comfortable. Okay, so move this shit out of the way. So I'm creating a random video. Let's see. Append YouTube API. Let's see if we can get more information, I guess. JavaScript. I don't really remember where I got it, where you can just do it in a whole string. I've been seeing a lot of JSON posting back to create the YouTube video, but for some reason you can't embed that call into another function, so that kind of puts me in a box that I don't want to be in. I just don't, I think it was in here. Oops. That sucks. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Where did I see it then? If you create the iframe element yourself rather than using the iframe player API to create it, you can append player parameters directly to the end of the URL. Embed using an iframe tag. Define an iframe tag in your application, which the source URL specifies the content the player will load as well. So if I use it or embed a player using the iframe player API, I was told that you can't throw that in a function. It just was not working for me. So, like for instance, this is a video ID, a random ID. If I were to grab that script, so I want the whole thing. Block that out. Yeah, it just doesn't. I was told, forget where it's, who said it. You know, if I think it was in here. You can always append the window object to make sure it's invoked globally. This is helpful if your code is using AMD. I wonder if that's just because you can't call upon it after the fact. You can declare it like this. Because see, he has it in this function. Call the end of the page, try to place the code right after the above script. Result the same. Sometimes nothing gets printed because so log and nothing happens. It is not a timeout, and you should not need to fire this function manually. Make sure function is available at global level, not nested, hidden away within another function, is what I've read. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you could have. It says make sure on YouTube iframe API ready, which is from this, right? This function right here. Oh, somebody else suggested it's helpful if you code using MD. You have to put it inside a function. One possible solution is instead of that, you can declare it like this. On YouTube ready. I'm curious. Oops. Where are we here? Oh, I fucking got rid of it. That's why. That's still blocked. No, I didn't. It's right. Window equals function. Oops. Yeah. No dice still. Like this. What does that do though? In this case, make sure you insert the certain script at the DOM after the declaration, the insert before call. What is in the global scope now in your case? What is this insert before? Huh. I think it's saying that if it's before the actual call to the or what's to be retrieved, it goes to the global scope. If you load the iframe API codes asynchronously as follows,
and you're also loading the script code like this, then the function onto it won't be called due to the same code as being loaded twice. The function is called just one time when the API is completely loaded. So just use one of the ways according to your needs. Are we using that? Tag script. Yeah, he's saying that, which is that URL. Let's see, so I don't need that open. For fuck's sake. I don't know why that closed in the first place. Back to what we were doing. Let's see. So this, and you are also loading the script code like this. No, it's not that. I'm only doing. Why would he do that? He's using, in his HTML, he's solely doing this, and he's doing the call to that URL. Wait, why would he do this twice? And he's doing, he's getting the element by ID. And he's doing this. Well, his is just messed up. That doesn't really show me anything though. I found a working solution for me when using Webpack, or I assume any other common blah. If you find the YouTube APIs ready before your own JS file, was to use an interval until YouTube provides some form or promise callback. Check YouTube equals set up video using. Why'd you? So is it just because I'm not giving it a chance to, I think I'm just not, this isn't giving it a chance because it's running all this other stuff, and by the time that it finishes loading the page, it just gives up, maybe. If I'm just not sure about this YouTube thing. Yeah, that method call. Where were we? Load. Set an interval. So I set oh, weird. Oh, because he is, where's the F? That's the F. So maybe get rid of that. Expected expression. Okay, that's fine, right? Expected expression got that. That's an F. I guess within here I should probably look to see duration. Oh. That's the only reference to it. Oh. What is it called? Embedded YouTube iframe get end of video. A fire function on embedded YouTube frames end. Hard to tell from your question, but it sounds like you want to trigger an event when the YouTube video is ending. You can set up an event handler. Events on stage. Do you have events in this? It's fucking, I can't see what I'm doing. Oops. Events. Is there something like that? Source. Whereas that's video ID. Player state change. Event.dat equals 0, do something. So there it is. There's another example, I guess, of it not being embedded in another function. Embed players must have a viewport port that is blah blah. The API will call this function when the page is finished downloading. The JavaScript for the player API, which enables you to then use the API on your page. So maybe I can use this to get the current player that's on the screen instead of make a player. So player. So it creates the player. Where are we here? And then it says, yeah, look for on player ready. So it creates an event. Events embedded YouTube iframe. On YouTube iframe API ready. So what if this is global? Why is this fucked? Declaration of statement expected. Oh, my bad. Right? Okay, so it runs that whole process, and once that's done downloading, then we have this outside function. I don't want to create a player since we're already creating a player. Can I just call events? And then close it. Expected that. There. Yeah, it's looking for it to meet a. Well, the player, is that the div? Yeah, the div ID is player. So we've already created it. I'm just going out of whim here. And we can close it. No, that's not closing it. That closes that. Yeah, that closes it. What the fuck? Because that's on the inside. Okay. If you want to embed the video directly, you may do so. You may do so. Be sure to give the iframe tag an ID that you can reference with JavaScript. You must also append the following query string to the iframe source attribute to enable JS API in your. So that, yeah. Then you can use the following script to add elements to the existing player. Sweet. Equals player 2. So similarly, they're creating the. We probably. Where's player 2? They said that they were using. I'm confused. Because they're using the similar. Oh, so their ID is player 2. Yeah, okay. Whereas it's just player. But they never reference it again. Then you can use the following script to add events to the existing player with ID equals player 2. But they never. They never call it again. Well, fuck you. Okay, well, I'm assuming we're in the right direction. Where ours is just player. Why do they reference just player as a variable? What's the point? What the fuck? What's the point? The function takes an existing iframe and YouTube player with ID player 1. Oh. But they're calling it player 2. And adds an event listener for state changes. So good. Okay. So this is creating. Let's add some comments here, just so I know what I'm doing. Adds an event listener for state changes. Good, because then we want to find the duration or find when it ends. So. And then now I want to go back to this. I want to go back to their example. They have a simple example that stops the video. So they add the event handler, state changes on ready, on player ready. Sure, just for the sake of having that event as well. We'll call this function when the video player is ready. Okay. Okay. And then var done equals false. The API calls this function when the player's state changes. The function indicates to the player's video state 1. The player should play for 6 seconds and then stop. So this is what I want. Probably just keep their comments to themselves. Is that recent? Okay. So why is it? Because like, oh, it's not player anyway. It's video. Video. The fuck just happened? Why did it duke me like that? Oh fuck, that's why. So what do we got here? We got this, that, anything else? So the other thing is I don't really want it to make a new video, but I guess we'll find out what it does. Okay.
Fuck you. Oh,
So I've assumed it's played for 6 seconds. Yeah, I'm gonna assume that's been 6 seconds anyway. So let's see, why does it not work? On the event target play video. I don't need. Yeah, we don't need that because I'm already. Well, it doesn't hurt anything because I have it auto playing, but video equals new YouTube player video. Let's see what he says about that. Data events the existing player. Loads the iframe player API code asynchronously. So I don't think that I'm getting any of that data. This function takes the existing iframe that's working. Wish there was. Okay. Let's see. This is, for example, if you want to embed the video directly, you may do so. Be sure to give the iframe tag an ID that you can reference with JavaScript. You must also append the following. So we shouldn't put it in our HTML, but be sure to give the iframe tag an ID that you can reference with JavaScript. Where are we here? Video ID. Oh. Why did I think? Hold on. ID, what? Oh. Oh. So we have it as this div, so maybe that's why. So let me grab that. Let me comment that out. And redo that. So, no, because that's. Fuck, that's HTML. So iframe equals video. Do that for right now. Video or not. Source equals that. But I'm not going to be able fuck. I'm not going to be able to pull what random video is out of the script. Or at least I don't know how to. You fuck. What? Oh, what if I? Get rid of that. Do what I was originally doing. Where append to video iframe and give it an ID of player 2, right? Oh, equals player 2, and we will have to player 2. That's that. And I thought there was one more place. Yeah. We're stopping the video. So there. Right? Yes. Because we blocked that out. But I actually no, it's like the same thing. Anything back in the console? No. Iframe ID equals frame border. Okay. I hypothetically don't see why this wouldn't work. Am I getting something, you know, as by script? So it's getting script. Where's, I don't know what script is doing. Document.create. Oh, it's creating an element and then it's getting that element at the first element and it's putting this tag in for some reason. This code loads the iframe player API code. This function takes the existing iframe player 1. I don't. Oh. Maybe not have that as player 2? Doesn't matter. Oh. We never called. That's what player was. I was trying to figure out what the fuck. I just need to create a variable. I'm surprised it hasn't come back screaming that there's something wrong. Makes me wonder if it's even running this. It's on the outside. Let's make it fucking 2 seconds just so I can actually see it going on. 2 seconds. Loading failed for script with some source. Static double click. Status. So we're eating chicken in this video. So let's see. So on player. If you want to embed the video directly, you may do so, but be sure to give the iframe tag an ID that you can reference with JavaScript. Once you have your player set, whether inserted programmatically or passed explicitly in the event listener bound, this function will listen for state changes and fire events. That's what we want to get to, for sure. Because then we can find if it's ended. So that's what we're aiming towards, I guess. My PC is so fucking loud. That's all I can hear in the stream. Let's see. Following the script to add events to the existing player with ID equals player 2. So we made the ID player 2. So I will copy exactly what is here. And then on player ready, state. He never has player state. No, that's no. So they do the same thing on ready, on state change, player state change. On ready, API call this. The API will call this function when the video player is ready. So, I'm curious. One thing we can check is that if we get rid of autoplay, right? Hypothetically, so autoplay is still working. Oh. And autoplay equals 1. Get rid of that. No, so obviously this is not following what it should be doing. Is it never seeing as it is ready, maybe? So it's there. Do I have to wait? Because maybe we don't want it to asynchronously. This code loads the iframe player API code asynchronously. So maybe this shit should run way before any of the, or actually, that's not being called yet. Pen video. Oh fuck. No, it's not auto-playing like it should. Loading failed for script with source static doubleclick.net. Add status.js. So where is that? Is that this maybe? Reason core's request didn't succeed. Oh no, that's just the Google ads, so that's fine. Synchronous XML HTTP request on the main thread is deprecated because of its detrimental effects to the end user experience. For more, this code loads the iframe player API code. So I say we make this globally. I don't believe it's seeing it at all. So I created the API. Let's go loads the iframe player API code. Sure. This function takes existing iframe and YouTube player. Huh. This code loads the iframe player API. So it takes the iframe. YouTube.com embed. What are we dealing with? YouTube.com embed plus the string. Oh, enable JS API. Let's get rid of all this. It's not being easy with me. What is this example.com? This is the only time it's ever called? Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is. Origin equals, so that should be fine, because we don't need that. After the question mark, we simply have enable. So start. Let's bring this back in case it's not able. Doesn't say anything about it not working. So let's pull this back. No. So it's appending this iframe. Get rid of that just for the sake of testing to be more consistent. ID equals player 2 source equals that. If it matters, there. Oh. This whole thing should be potentially in a right? Yeah, I needed that. And then, I don't know, why not? Okay. Okay. Right? That is now grabbing the video. Oh, are we still... No, because we're not... Wait, let me make some sense out of this. Yeah, we're pending this to video, right? No, but it's still not auto-playing. Because this says it takes that. This is on ready. Play video. Hmm. Ended, paused. Oh, did I accidentally go into Vimeo? Yep. No wonder it was more confusing. Oh, well, fuck. That'll do it. Because I was calling... I don't think that's gonna ultimately fix it, but it's definitely not helping that... I was looking for an idea player 1. That iframe. I know that I grabbed the whole code, and that would be why, but... It's only one. No. Okay. So... Player state change passed by an event. I'm just guessing here at this point. Set timeout. It's looking for the state, the function is looking for state change and passes in an event somehow. Event.target. Where is target from? This code loads the iframe asynchronously. That. Get elements by tag name. Script. First script tag parent node insert before tag script tag name. Okay. This function creates an iframe and YouTube player after the API code downloads. Oh. No. I want to know. So let's go back. Let's out of curiosity, let's get rid of that. And let's see if we can make a player down here. That could kind of give me rhyme or reason to whether or not this code is actually running, because I can't see it in the browser. It was that. Because to me, this means that it's making a player. But we already have, we don't want it to make a new player. Oh, no, it's not, because this right here is making the new player. Oh, yeah, fuck. There it is. So isn't that potentially making a player? Is this saying new? Because I don't... Player... Video. I don't... The instructions from that other site don't make a lot of sense to me in terms of not being able to make a new one. Div, that's a div. A div ID equals video. You know what? Fuck, hold on. Let me try this. Get rid of all that. And put this on top of the script, just like that is. And call this player. Okay. So, one thing is that this doesn't help me because I am not able to retrieve a video ID. So I don't, he says you can embed this with the div ID. He says you can make a player 2, but then he calls player 1 with ID player 2. Player 1. Like, I guess that makes sense because you can equals new YouTube player and calls it player 1. This function takes existing iframe and YouTube player with ID player 1 and adds an event listener. Takes the existing iframe and YouTube player. So was that player 1 up here? He never calls anything called player one. Am I crazy? He never... He makes it sound with already existing. With the function takes the existing iframe and YouTube player with ID player one and adds an event listener for state changes. Who? Okay, so let's try his way. We got... Let's see it in action and then I guess break it down. So we have an iframe. And... Huh, okay. Okay, so it actually is seeing that, okay? But what if I wanted that at video? Cut that. Where the fuck are we? Lower. Let's say I wanted to append this fucker. Right? Yeah, that doesn't work for some odd reason. It doesn't see it after the fact. So how the fuck are we going to create a random string? That's so strange. Oh, well. Video? Yeah, 'cause that's that video. Oh, here we go, here we go. There's some stuff. It's not, blah, 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 blah. Get rid of that. Expected expression got a greater than. Where are we here? Set that video append. Append. Because I didn't fucking quote this puppy off. Because I want to simply just append this whole thing. Something. And String literal contains an unescaped line break. Bollocks. Bollocks, bollocks, bollocks. Append. Video dot append. Source equals. He doesn't have his finish. Weird. It's that right there, I believe. Or is it just because this is on a new line? No, it's just, that's not a fucking new line. Oh, oh, ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. On player is not defined. So that's why. Because let's see why that would be hypothetically true. Because it's creating, it's appending it, and by the time it gets, because this has already been called, I believe by the time it gets back here, it's already done. On player, yeah, because this shit's already been run. There. On player state change. Loads the iframe, so that shit can stay up here potentially. And you'd think that this would be able to go down below. Oops. What'd I do? Who dat? After the fact, because it appends it in whole process, and then we run it. No, because we don't. Well, this is on the outside. No. Let's try that. Not the same thing. Well, that fixes it for being able to find the state change, but on player. Oh, what is it to do? So he wasn't paying attention. Do we ever want it to do anything? No, I don't think so. Multiplayer, and then run this to say that it should fucking need the event of on ready. I think it's past the time that it's concerned with it being on the in the DOM. It's just odd that it doesn't give me any sort of error. Here, oh, why did I think of that before? Fucking log some shit to make sure things are going. Player ready. Let's see what that says. It never says player ready ever. On player state changes not defined. We need to load the API shit. Still not defined. On player state change is not defined. Why? Why did that break out of everything? Loads the iframe. Let me see something. Let's get rid of all of this. Let's bring it on ready. Ready, document ready function. Oops. Just get rid of that. It's never running. So the player is never ready. Or no, because I got rid of all that shit. Okay. So on player event. Console.log. Player ready. It never fucking says player ready. So the player is never ready. How do we make it fucking ready? var tag, this code loads the iframe, blah 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 blah. I'm just curious. So if we make that player to load that script, Okay, it is ready in this case. Function on YouTube iframe ready, API ready. Oh, but why, from his example, why are we making a new one? New YouTube, player 1. Player 1. From his thing we saw it work, but why? I don't understand why his works. Why the fuck does his work? Player 1. Or it's player 2 down there. Var player. Player equals YouTube player. Player 1. Events. Oh. His doesn't necessarily work. Sure, it's embedding it into the onto the page, but there's nothing suggesting that. So hypothetically, we would want and play video, play ready, right? Permission denied to access object. So, I mean, that's in the right direction. I think it should be player 2. Did I? So it's not failing, but it's also not fucking telling me what. Or I mean, it's not sending back player ready. Player 1. Why does player 1 give it an error? No, it doesn't anymore. Where am I? Because this clashes with this, I believe. Yeah, that's why. No. It's fine now, which is strange. Player 2, that's player. No, they had that. Player 1. That is player 1. Oh, I still don't see it. So he's a liar. That's for dang true. Player state change. What did this have that? var tag, tag.source, iframe, API, script 0. Fine, get rid of it if it doesn't like it. Permission denied to access object. Okay, that I feel is in the right direction. But why, if that's what he said we could do? What if I don't care about the event? What if I just want it to say that, show me that we're in the right direction? Okay. So maybe it's in the fact that it doesn't have permission to play it for some reason. Actually, no, because the player's not ever deeming itself ready. So it's getting out here. And go away. And it's just for whatever reason. var tag. This code loads the iframe player API code asynchronously. This function takes existing iframe with ID player 1 and adds an event listener for state changes. As soon as it's ready, do that. With this function, I don't see why it can't be fucking in here. Get rid of all that. I guess. What if I don't do new? Is that not a thing? Is that... it never says player ready. Player ready. It's coming back as void. A is undefined. Widget API. What does that mean? Where is it even coming from? Well, jQuery makes it. I mean, that's the first thing we do. A is still undefined. I have no idea where that's coming from now. That's not what I want. Okay. Still not playing it. Console.log. Navigated to this. Yeah, I never see a test. Function when the video player is ready. Well, when is the video player ready? How do I know? Let's do something different here. Set duration. Is that what it is? Set timeout. We want set interval. Window. Method could be written. First parameter. We'll wait 3 seconds. Let's wait 10 seconds. Let's see, Windows dot set timeout. No, timeout? Oh, wait 3 seconds yet. So, event console log, if the event, when it's ready, we'll say that after 10 seconds. We'll look to see if it's ready. Play ready is not defined. So it, but is it ready? I don't know if it's just saying that or if it's just running because it's running. If I get rid of this and there's no video, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it's just running because it's running. On player ready. What the fuck? Oops. On play ready. Why is on play ready not defined? What the fuck? Player is ready is not defined. Is it because it's within this timeout that it can't see? That's probably just because it's fucking inside this timeout that it can't see. On player ready. No, what the fuck? On ready, on player ready. Function on player ready.